Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me put my number here for those on Facebook, on YouTube. If you can call to ask your question pertaining to what I spoke about. After here, I'm going to TikTok for a bit before I go. So I've done 2 hours of the lecture, right? So that is the phone number on the page. You're welcome to call in, ask your questions pertaining to what we spoke about today, right? For those on Facebook and YouTube, you can call in and ask the questions based on the topic of today. Somebody is calling. Let me pick up this call.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Your name and where you're calling from?
Greetings, Baba. This is Sethoossk.
Yeah, Sethoossk.
Yeah, this is Sethoo.
Okay, you have
everything okay?
Everything okay. You have 10 minutes before we go. How may I help you?
Okay, thanks. I'm not feeling well, so I cannot speak loud. So forgive me for that, okay? I hope you can hear me clear.
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Now, you were saying something about the will of the Father.
The will of Father concerning what?
You said the will of the Father is what matters because Jesus came. We have to do the will of the Father. You were speaking something. It is from the beginning.
You have to know what I said first before you mention, because if you don't know what I said, it means you are confused before calling me. What do you think I said before I mentioned the will of God? Because I quoted the Bible. So what do you think I said before I said the will of the Father?
So you were saying something to the fact that Jesus, you see that the program is long, and that is why I am, and you have said a lot. That is why I cannot specifically say it, but I thought you will remember it because since you said it.
Okay, I was quoting Matthew chapter 7 verse 21. That was where I gave the reference. When Jesus said, "Not everyone that said unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of the heaven," but he says, "But he that does the will of my Father which is in heaven." That's what he said.
Okay. And do you know what the will of the Father is?
Do I know what the will of the Father is?
Yes.
The will of the Father is to come and serve him. That's the will of God.
Can you give me the verse where you get this from?
I get it from the Quran. You will serve God.
No, but you were quoting the Bible and you were speaking about Jesus and you are saying what Jesus said. So we want to know what the will of the Father is.
Okay, you tell me. You tell us the will of the Father.
Okay, so you don't know, according to the Bible, what the will of the Father is.
And I said, tell us the will of the Father.
Yeah, I will tell you. So you don't
but
know
you have to tell me exactly what Jesus said as the will of the Father.
Oh, I will tell you. But
okay, so give us the verse where Jesus mentioned the will of the Father. What was the will of the Father Jesus mentioned?
No, but when you just said the will of the Father is in the Quran, did you just say that?
I said, give us the verse where it says Jesus showed you the will of the Father. Don't strawman the argument. Go back, show the proof. No, wait. Show the proof to the claim first, then we divert the conversation. Don't divert the conversation when you are supposed to answer something. Do you understand me clearly?
I understand what you're saying.
So you go to the first premise first. The first premise is to answer where Jesus showed the will of the Father. So show us the will of the Father.
Okay.
But you have to quote Jesus.
Of course, I'll quote it. I'll quote
okay.
Jesus. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you said, I want it to be clear because
you
said something about the will of the Father is in the Quran.
Yes.
Did you say?
Yeah, the will of the Father. Because the Father, I understand, is not a biological father. Metaphorically, if you say Father, I don't see any problem with that. Metaphorically. So the will of the Father is in the Quran. Yes.
Okay, so we can come back to that one because
exactly.
I will come back to the Quran. Okay, so the will of the Father, according to John chapter 6, verse number 40. Can you read this for us?
John chapter 6, verse number 40.
Yes, please.
Okay. Verse number 40. It says, "And this is the will of him that sent me, that everyone which sees the Son and believe on him may have everlasting life, and will raise him up at the last day.
And will raise him up at the last day?
Yes.
Okay, so okay. I will just go with your translation. So do you see what the will of the Father is?
So explain to us what does it, what is the will? What is the problem with what he said?
No, you didn't understand what you read?
I didn't understand what I read.
Yes.
I don't see any problem with what he said, because I told you, the Father not being biological, the Son not being biological, I don't see any problem with that.
Okay, so what is the will of the Father now?
And this is the will of him that sent me, that everyone which sees the Son and believe on him may have everlasting life, and will raise him up at the last day. So he's talking into context with the children of Israel who saw Jesus, and then they believe in him. Because it's not talking about you right now, you, Sethoo.
Okay, so the will of the Father.
No. But do you agree with what I just said?
No, I don't.
Did you see have you seen the Son before? Have you seen Jesus before?
Okay, let me finish speaking. Okay, so you are saying, according to that, you just asked me what the will of the Father is, right? And then now you are saying this verse is for only the children of Israel, only for them.
This context is everyone which seeth the Son. You, Sethoo, have you seen him before?
No, I haven't seen him before.
Simple. It is talking about people who have seen him at the time and they believe in him. Because to us, when God sends a messenger, you have to believe in him. Do you understand me?
Okay.
And then me reading the Son here, I don't take it biologically. I take it metaphorically. Do you understand me? Even David, according to the Bible, is the Son of God. But if I ask you now, is it biologically? You tell me no. It is metaphorically. So I don't read your text and take it like to take it in actuality, literally, and say, oh, he is the only Son of God, begotten Son of God. This is the issue with scriptures. I read the verse. You said, okay, you don't know the version I'm reading, because according to you, you want to read another version and tell me what you understand from another version, right?
Which version are you reading?
King James Version.
King James Version. Okay.
Yes.
King James.
Okay. So now let's
read one more time. Can you read it one more time?
Okay.
Please?
And this is the will of him that sent me. So number one, which means he was sent.
Exactly.
Good. So we believe sent him. We believe God sent him.
Exactly.
That everyone which sees the Son, we believe the Son is not biologically, but metaphorically, and believe on him. Yes, we have to believe him. If God sent somebody as a messenger, you have to believe him. Then he says, which sees the Son and believe on him may have everlasting life. This is also metaphorically. When we say everlasting life, doesn't mean you live on earth forever. You will eventually die. But this everlasting life is about talking about when you go to God, you have eternal life. You are not going to be destroyed. And I will raise him up at the last day. And God will raise such up at the last day, which is the judgment day, which we know.
So the one who is going to do the raising is God. Is that what you're saying?
Which one?
The one who will do the raising. He says
it is God. Yes, it is God speaking.
No, what? You just said, is it God speaking, or is it the Father speaking, or the Son speaking here?
You said is he who is speaking?
You just said it is God who is speaking here. Where did you say it is God who is speaking?
Yeah, Jesus is speaking on behalf of God. Is he the one going to raise somebody?
Yes, that's what he's saying.
No. So do you understand when somebody is sent as a messenger? When somebody is sent, what is that person? What does that person become?
Let's take the verse here. Jesus,
I'll not answer the question first. When somebody is sent, no, wait. When somebody is sent, what does he become?
He becomes a messenger.
The messenger, is he supposed to tell you what the one who sent him said, or he has to tell you his own words?
No, okay, it depends. Right now, right? You said you want me to show you.
No, based on the context. No, based on the context we are speaking, I'm asking you a question. Kindly answer the question, then you can do your explanation. When somebody is sent, What does he
The
become?
verse, listen carefully. So you are saying, and according to what you just read, okay, and this is the will of the Father. You said Jesus is speaking. You said that who is speaking right now? When he says, and this is the will of the Father, is it Jesus or the Father?
In this part, Jesus is speaking.
Okay, so this is the messenger is speaking. So he came, the messenger is speaking, but all of a sudden is the Father then who is speaking.
But do you see the semicolon? The version you are reading, is there a semicolon there?
No, there is no semicolon. No.
Okay, the version I'm reading, there's a semicolon.
There's a semicolon. As what is the semicolon? Where is the semicolon?
When like it's just like when you take a clock, when you have the clock, you see that two dots in between.
The two dots is the semicolon.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what does the semicolon says?
After the semicolon, that is what it says that I read to you. Then I say, it says, and I will raise him up at the last day.
Okay.
So me
the
too.
One speaking steady is the God.
so to you will take it as Jesus say, I will raise him up. I will not take it as Jesus saying he will raise him up. Do you see the difference between you and I?
No, the text speaks for itself, but you want to tell me, so when you take the whole verse, King James version that you said you were reading, and then you the verse doesn't end there, right? It goes up and down. Let me see. No,
you quoted a verse. Wait. We are not going to do back and forth like that. We are not going far. You quoted a verse to show me. Wait. You quoted a verse to show me the will of God.
Exactly.
This is what you did. And if we stay with the will of God, that is where it stopped. Full stop. You saw full stop there. There's a full stop after the verse.
Exactly.
Okay, good. So we are sticking to that verse. We are not going anywhere. You are showing me the will of who sent God. You want to put the argument of the Son there to ask me if I believe he's the Son, begotten Son, or whatever. I know where I know where your argument is going.
That is your false assumption.
Okay, now explain to us why you quote this verse to tell me what.
Okay, because I will go back to whatever you were saying, right? That is what I'm saying. I will go back to your video and what you said, what you quoted from your own video. The reason you were saying something to the fact that Jesus, right, never said anything about. I don't want to misrepresent you, but I will go back and I will cut that portion.
More recently, Zakir Naik and co. have been training Muslims to say, show me one unequivocal statement where Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, says, I am God, or worship me.
Yes, because the reason is because that is to eliminate doubt, right? If I'm working for a boss and you claim whoever you are on top of me and claim that the boss says I should quit or I should do this or boss says that, I need to find a direct statement where boss is saying that. Do you understand? Because in the first place, had the boss told me that, hey, Baba Shuaib, this guy, anything he says, take it. Anything he says, take it. Right? But Jesus himself, according to your Bible, even Matthew chapter 7, verse 21, 22, and so, he is telling you that not those who call him Lord, Lord will be saved, except those who do the will of the Father above. So the will of God determines everything. So according to the will of God, if you have done what God has willed, then yes, you are right.
But the point that I'm making here is, right, we know that the will of the Father is to believe in the Son, right? And this is the will of him who sent me, that everyone who sees the Son and believes in him may have everlasting life. So for you to have everlasting, this statement was not made by Moses, was not made by Noah, Muhammad, or whoever. Nobody makes this statement, only Jesus. Whoever sees the Son and believes in him may have everlasting life. And that, okay, and after that it says, and I raise him up at the last day. At the last day, the I here, you want to say it is God, it refers back to God.
Wait, Father. And who is it? Who is it talking about in that verse?
The one speaking says,
and then he will raise who up?
He will raise, and
he will raise who
up? Everyone.
Does the verse says everyone?
Yes, he speaks about everyone who believes in him.
I said
Everyone who believes
where he put the
even though
wait. He put the semicolon, and he says, "And I will raise him up at the last day."
exactly.
Okay, so you, according to you, who is the I?
The one speaking is the I.
The one speaking. So you are saying Jesus is the I.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, and then him up, you said, is the everyone.
Yes.
Okay, but when you read the context of the verse, you say he was sent, the one who sent him. He is there to do the will of the one who sent him.
No, he's telling you the will of the one who sent him.
Yeah, but Jesus himself in the Bible, he said he's there to do the will of God.
Exactly. But and then he's also telling you the will of the one who sent him.
Who sent him is God now. What are we talking about now?
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. I know,
Uh-huh.
I know that.
So Jesus said he didn't come to do his own will. Listen carefully. Jesus never came to do his own will. This is what he said. There are Bible verses where I can give you. He didn't come to do his own will, right? Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree with that.
He came to do the will of God. Who sent him? Okay. Yes. So now you read this verse. You are now telling me the will of Jesus.
No, not the will of Jesus.
No, you just said, you said, I will raise him up. Who is that?
No, I'm telling, that is what you will do. This will here is not the will of him, like the will. You see now you are, you are the English one. You are the one. The will, when he say, I will do this tomorrow, it is what is he's going to do tomorrow.
It's a will. Still, it's a will. Do you understand? Do you understand a will? When somebody died, the reason why we write will, we write a will so that what you want to be done should be done when you are dead. So they will do it for you. They will give this to this. That's why we call it a will. So if Jesus says, and I will raise him up at the last day, he again said he didn't come to do his own will, but the will of God.
Yes.
So now if he is there to do the will of God,
even in that statement, he's saying, I did not come to do my own way. So when he was speaking about a specific time when he came.
No, but I'm putting it in the contrast of John chapter 5, verse 30. He said he didn't come to do his own will, right?
Yes.
So if he didn't come to do his own will by the will of the Father, so now we put it in this context of this John chapter, this thing you let us quote. Is it chapter 7? What John are we reading now? Chapter 6.
Chapter 6, number 40.
Okay, so verse 40, then he says, and this is the will of him that sent me. So he's still telling us the will of God, right? You agree?
Exactly.
Then he says that everyone which sees the Son and believe on him may have everlasting life. So he's still telling us the will of God. Then he says,
so for you to have everlasting life, you have to believe in him.
Yes. But remember, he is talking in the context of people who have seen him at that time. Because he says that everyone which sees the Son, everyone, which means at that time, whoever saw him. We are not talking about you and I now, because you never saw him.
No, but we'll continue. Just finish.
No, do you agree? You never saw him?
No, but it doesn't mean it doesn't necessarily mean you have to see him physically, okay? Because you can get the message. It's the same. Like even if you can use the message, you get the message. It's like you have seen him. It's the same.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. That is your interpretation. Okay, let's go. So then, and believe on him may have everlasting life. So he's still telling us the will of God. Then there's a semicolon. After the semicolon, then he says, and I will raise him up at the last day. Now, I will raise him up. Remember, still, he's not there to do his own will, by the will of God. So me, according to this verse, I understand if I add other verses, Jesus said he's not there to do his own will. Still, that is the will of God here. He's telling us, not himself. That I will raise him up at the last day. My understanding is this is God speaking. Jesus is speaking on behalf of God, telling us the will of God, not his own will. You are going to say it is Jesus' will, right? So that is, if you say yes, that is a contradiction.
Okay, that is not a contradiction, but at least I think it's okay for me, the answer that you have given me, okay, because it fits to what you were saying before, right? But this verse that you have quoted, I'm quoting for you. According to the interlinear, right? Interlinear of when you go there, it says, for it is let me see, John chapter 6. For it is my Father's will that everyone who looks to the Son and believes in him, right, shall have eternal life. And I, the I there is I, first person pronoun, okay, I, first person pronoun, will raise him up at the last day. That is what the breakup when the Italian says, okay. So you have to believe in him, and he will raise you up at the last day. I think I have enough for this answer. But can I ask you about? You said the Injil, and Allah gave Isa, Prophet Isa, Injil.
You have done 15 minutes.
Okay. Can you tell me? That means Isa, the Jesus in the Quran, was he given a book or not?
He was taught the book. He was given the book, yes. According to God, chapter 19, verse 30, he was given Al-Kitab, the book.
He was given the book.
Yes.
So when was he given this book?
It was given by inspiration. The book, the way God gives the prophets is by inspiration. He inspires them with the Al-Kitab. When we say Al-Kitab, it includes the laws of the judgments of God on how people will be judged through the words of God. So based on Quran chapter 2, verse 213, every prophet that God raised among the people, he revealed the book with them so that they can judge between the people. So that is the signature of the prophets. These are some things God give to the prophets so that they can use for judgment within the people. So when we are talking about the book, Al-Kitab, it doesn't mean when he was born, the book is just with him in the belly, in the hand like this, and he's holding. Do you understand me?
So can you say a physical book was given to Jesus, or only the revelation?
I just explained to you. You are not paying attention again. You are saying physical book again.
I'm asking. I want
when you use the word physical book, it means that book is physical in his hand that is being given to him. When he was born, Quran chapter 19, verse 30, God gave him the book, but this is based on inspiration.
If you see the reason why, that's why I just asked you, because I didn't want to use my mind to think you were speaking about a physical book. That's why I'm asking you.
Okay.
Because you already in your lectures before, you said a book. You see now, a book is when you pick you take a sheet of books, empty papers, and you write something in them. You compile them, then it becomes a book.
In which context?
In which context? A book. You were defining what a book is.
And in which context was I defining?
A book, in any context, a book is when
you see that this is the problem. Setoo, wait. This is the problem of discernment. When you are listening to somebody making an assertion, listen to the context of their statements. Right, right now,
context is not always necessary for you to make a point.
But in which points? Do you understand English? When we say it is not every time. Did I say always necessary? Did I say it is not always necessary?
So when who decides when time do I have to use context?
Good. I said not every. Listen to the English. Let me help you. Your English is your problem, so let me help you. It is not every time a person makes a statement that needs a context. That's what I say. Statement. Listen. So statement. I can say. Let me give you an example. I can use the word "a friend in need is a friend indeed." Is it a statement or not?
It's a statement.
Did I give you a context?
No.
Okay. But this kind of statement, every wise person out there will know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
no, do you understand me? No, don't laugh at your ignorance, please. No, but do you understand me?
You are using this. This is a saying. This has nothing to do with. It's a saying.
And so saying. Sethoo, the word saying. Do you know saying is a statement or not? When we say, if you say it's a saying, you are confusing the word statement with saying again. It's the same thing you are saying. If I say statement, listen, if I say I made a statement, I can just use simple words to make a statement, and wise person will know what I say. I don't need to start the whole context for him. He already knows what I mean. That's what I meant in my video. Let me help you out. If you go to take my short videos, you cut here, you join here, you join here. You are the one confusing yourself, not me.
Baba should answer the question about the book, okay? Because now your time is limited. I want to.
No, I'm using you to end the program. But let me help you, since you are here. So let me help you. If you think you can go to my videos, take here, and you think you can make sense out of it by fooling people, it is you fooling yourself, not me. My audience here, they always check the statements I make, and I make it into context. When you take the context to make sense to other people, because you don't know how it started, you need to know the context to help you to know what is being said. That is the idea of context. But if you already know the summary of a person's statement, he doesn't need to start from above again. Sethoo, let me help you out. If Barcelona and Real Madrid are playing football match, and I'm telling somebody a story, and I said, look, Barcelona, they are going to play with Real Madrid. Barcelona must kill Real Madrid. So let's say you don't know what I'm talking about. Then I'm telling the person about Barcelona and Real Madrid, and I say Barcelona must kill Real Madrid. As soon as you came in the room, you heard us talking, but you didn't know we are talking about Barcelona and Real Madrid. Then as soon as you came, then I told my friend, they have to kill them. They must kill them. Sethoo, you coming in, and then you heard the word, they must kill them. What do you think I was talking about?
I don't know.
But you had a statement.
Yeah, I had a statement. Yeah.
Good. So in that context, do you need a context, or you wouldn't you need a context to understand what we are talking about?
I will need a context.
Simple. But we have other instances where I can make a statement, you don't need a context. Do you agree with me?
Give an example.
Good. I just said, I'm talking to you now. Sethoo, I say, Sethoo, a friend in need is a friend indeed.
This is a saying.
Oh my God.
It has a meaning. It is not literal. It has a meaning.
Sethoo, every statement has a meaning, for God's sake.
No. This the one what you are saying right now. A friend indeed is whatever that means. It has a meaning
But do you Sethoo, let me help you. Do you understand the meaning of statement?
Yeah. What you are saying is a saying that when you say this thing, you can interpret it. You can give a meaning. What the meaning of this statement?
Sethoo, oh my God.
But you cannot use this because when I came in the room, right? When I came in the room and I didn't know what you were saying about, you were talking about.
Sethoo, let me give you the meaning of statements. Let me give you the meaning of statements. Stop embarrassing yourself.
Okay.
When we say, no. It's not you to tell people are watching.
People are listening to you.
No, wait.
When I came,
Let me help you the meaning of statements.
Playing, right? And I come in the room and then you make I didn't know what you're talking about. You make the exact statement. A friend indeed is a friend. This statement that you are making, right? The same thing. It will have the same meaning, even though I don't know the context of the meaning, what you are talking about.
Sethoo, I ask you, do you know the meaning of statement?
But you see that what we are talking about is irrelevant to the.
Are you going to answer me yes or no? Do you know the meaning of statement?
Baba Shuaib, do you know that when you said when I call you, you should focus on
Sethoo,
that's what you think.
If you don't want to answer, then I have to drop you. I think our time is done. We have done 30 minutes.
With the Injil.
Sethoo, do you know the meaning of statement?
No, I don't know the meaning of statement.
Okay, let me help you out. A statement.
And then you go back to the Quran, the Injil.
Your time is already up. Sethoo, you want to have a dialogue? Listen. You want to have a dialogue with me? Wait. You want to have a dialogue with me? You have my number. You can text me. I can arrange with you. I bring you. Let's have a dialogue. Okay?
But if I called you, you didn't pick up.
You didn't call me. You never. When did you call me?
Okay.
Wait. Say it for the audience to hear. When did you call me? Today? Yesterday? When?
No, not today. Not today.
So why are you saying you called me? You called me now. Did I pick up or not?
Baba Shuaib, did I say I called you now? Did I say that?
So you are trying to base an emphasis that you called me as if I'm running away?
Yes. No, I said I've called you. You didn't pick the call.
When? Then I said when.
Yeah, but I didn't say today. But you were saying today. I never said today.
Okay, when?
So I have to check on the phone and I can give you the specific date.
No problem. Just like you called now. Wait, just like you called now.
Yes.
You can call me or send me a message. We can arrange. We can have a dialogue. But if you have to come in, I'm asking you a simple question, yes or no, you don't want to answer, and we keep going in the circles, I have a train to catch. So let me do my program. Inbox me or send me or call me at the right time. Then we can have a dialogue.
No, okay, but now you are doing a program, and I called you because of the program.
No, we've already talked about the question. The main question you came in. We talk about it.
You never gave the answer to the angel.
Wait, Sethoo. We talk about the will of God. When you came, I say I gave you 10 minutes. Check the time. Now we are 30 minutes. I gave you 10 minutes. We are 30 minutes. Where are we going? If you need a dialogue with me, listen. If you need a dialogue with me, correctional officer is never running away, especially people like you. I'm never running away.
So how come you never focus on the angel? I want to know when Jesus received this angel. When?
Sethoo, do you understand English, for God's sake?
Do you, Baba?
Sethoo.
Do you understand English?
Sethoo, have a good night.
Yeah, okay.
Hey. Hey. Allah. It's not easy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fun part to end with. So let's
do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is enough. Let's end with this on Facebook and YouTube. I don't want the time to go so long, right? Hey, why is it oh my God. I thought only ADCUs are a problem to have a discussion with. But let's leave it at that. No problem. Ladies and gentlemen, Facebook, YouTube, this is where I'm coming to an end. If you want to join me for discussion on TikTok, I'm going to TikTok now. Kindly join me. Join me. Let's have a dialogue.
I hope it's recorded everything what I'm saying here. Okay, I don't know. I hope it was recording. Yeah, exactly, it was recording. Okay, amazing. Yeah, Baba Shuaib, you see where he was bringing the conversation. You see where he was bringing the conversation. I wanted to ask specific question about the Injil. They claim Jesus received a book. He said a book. In his other lectures, he was speaking about a book is when you take a sheet of papers, right? A clean sheet of papers, and you write on them and you compile them together, then it becomes a book. Now, Jesus was given a book. I wanted to know, when was he given this book? Was it a physical book? I wanted to be, that's why I asked him, was it a physical book? So that he will be specific, it will be specific, so that I will know him, I will know how to address him. But you see how he switched. And if it was a physical book, now we want to know who wrote this physical book.
I'm going to TikTok now. Kindly join me. Let's have it.
It's amazing. Okay, so yeah, I think it is clear. I think it's clear. Okay, he's afraid. He panics. He's panicking, and then I will just check back what he was saying before. The reason why I wanted him to know what the will of the Father is. The will of the Father is to believe in the Son. In the Son. And then he will say that the Father, we nobody says like literally God begets, like literally, like have to have sexual intercourse with somebody before you get a son. Sethoossk is okay. He's saying the Father, the Quran, Allah is the Father. Can he prove that? Can he prove that Allah is the Father? Can he give us where Allah said he is the Father figuratively? Figuratively, because he said he wants Jesus to say, where did Jesus say, I am God? Right? He wants Jesus to say, where did Jesus say, I am God? Then he will accept. Can he give us where Allah said figuratively he is the Father? You can call him the Father as figurative. You see the double standard? It's okay. Baba Shuaib, okay. I will get you one time. I will get you. But the man be say for kindly share this for us, okay? Invite people, tag people. Mama bye.